Juno, so wonderful to have the opportunity to talk to you today because you are, one thing about you, my friend, is you are so extraordinary in every role that you do. And I wanted to ask you, Shelley, I would think had to have been a tough one because here's a woman who clearly loves her son, but can't make a go of it. What was it like for you to play a woman like this?
Yeah, it was a roller coaster, definitely. But one that I am so grateful I got to play, and I think the whole experience of her coming into my life and then going to shoot it and then finally being in it and then it being over was quite a an emotional one actually, and because the part came my way through Justin, who I'd worked with before, and the fact that he thought I could handle this role, I'm eternally grateful to him for that. And then I wrapped this show that I am on called Ted Lasso, which I
Yeah.
play a character who is filled with so much light, and I
Yes.
literally had 24 hours to switch characters. And
Right.
yeah, it was a quick cut of the Keeley umbilical cord and straight into the Shelley one. And I arrived in New Orleans. I had a moment where I had a layover in Atlanta and decided to go into the smoking lounge, and that Keeley went in and Shelley came out. That's for
Wow.
sure. Yeah, and then got to go and start breathing life into Shelley. And the first scene we shot was the last scene for Shelley in the movie, actually. So it's the real moment of kind of heartbreak, but also of being the best mother that she can be in a moment. It's like the most brutal decision, yet the most brilliant one at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think that starting with that, initially I was so nervous, because it's a big scene. You've got your friend that's recommended you for this part. You really want to make them proud and then make everyone else proud. You're also jet lagged, you're freaking out. Anyway, all those things. But then those nerves kind of channel into something bigger than you, and you use them, you use that energy, and you um, have a scene like that. And
Yeah.
you have a scene like that with the extraordinary Ryder who plays Sam. And it's kind of a game changer. You lay your heart on the table, and Ryder is truly an inspirational little human, and I just am so excited to see him blossom through life. And I sort of lay my heart on the table, and he just accepted it without any questions, any judgment, and that was exactly who Sam was, and so that actually shooting that scene first, I think, really kind of set um, the relationship between Shelley and Sam for the rest of the shoot for me, because she came in the child and he was the adult that listened
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
understood and loved her for it. And
I
then,
have to ask you, because I spoke to Ryder last week, who absolutely, you're right. He is a beacon of light. He's wonderful.
yeah,
He loved working with you, and he also said that you two had a tea party together, which he
yeah,
cherishes. To just this kid is truly.
yeah, he really is. And he is, I treasured every moment with him on that set. And I, no joke, properly learnt things from him. And really, I'm grateful that I got to view his perspective of the world, to literally get down on his level and see how he sees things, because it is so inquisitive and he's so interesting and also interested at the same time, and has this incredible quality of taking in everything that's going on around him and the people doing things around him and really telling them the wonders he sees in them. And it's so genuine and so honest, and it's quite beautiful, to be truly honest with you. And I think that's why Sam is so seamless for him, and the performance is so honest and so I don't know, I just think it's a flawless performance from him. And I think it's because he is like that in real life. He has this fearless way that he is leading his life, and is going to keep continuing to do that. And I think it's really inspirational. And so for me, playing his mum, which is actually the first time I've played a mum on camera,
Yeah.
and I mean, he set the bar really, really high. I think that was just something that yeah, was an extraordinary experience for me.
Yeah, I have to ask you, Juno, like I said earlier, every role that you take, you're a chameleon. You're so extraordinary in everything that you do. And we're going to be getting here in Canada, Little Birds. It's going to start airing here in a couple of weeks for the miniseries. And, talk about a brave role. I want to know where you get your courage from. Where does that come from? To take everything with just such gusto, and it's amazing to me. You're so good.
I thank you. I guess I'm that means the world to me. I love my job so much, and where does the courage come from? I think the courage comes from a hunger to try and understand what it is to be a human, I guess. Because I think on in everyday life, I sometimes can find that not challenging, but like it feels like I'm still learning how to do it, And so, what better way to learn than by really putting your feet in completely different characters' shoes and learning where they come from and how they exist and what frightens them, what turns them on, what makes them happy, what makes them sad, think of their memories, their futures, their presents, their all of it. And I think being an actor is like going to the university of life. And I think that's a privilege. And I think that the challenges that it bring really ignite a fire in me, and I think that I've been so lucky with some of the parts I've played because they really have taught me a lot and really taught me things that might seem small, but things that remind you that your brain is really important, or that it's important to look up every day because there's something beautiful there, or little things like that. I think I feel very lucky to have played the parts that I've played for that. And I also think it's as part of my job, when you read a script and you take on the challenge of a part, you know what you're signing up to. So when it comes to shooting it,
Yeah.
be prepared. That's your job, to
Well,
come
you
and
are, like
be
I said,
ready.
just extraordinary and everything. And thank you for your performance in Palmer. You're heartbreaking, but you're so fantastic. Best of luck to you. And
Thank you. That's also about co-stars. I've got to say, it's about a great chemistry with people. I think I'm very lucky with that too.
well, we're lucky to have you. Have a great
Thank you.
weekend and take care of
You
yourself.
too.